here today, to tell my stories. I moved in right before the pandemic started. And so with the start of the pandemic, the building just started getting real bad. The trash was not being taken out in the winter. The stairs were not being removed of the ice and snow and things like that. And it got to the point where we needed to move. And so then we moved on 67th and Oglesby. We stayed there for a year. When it was time to renew our lease, they increased the rent $500. So they wanted $2,300 a month. And then they also wanted us to pay another 6 months up front to stay. And that wasn't right.
For years, residents, seniors, young people have fought, have worked to develop policy, have worked to give alternatives to displacement. One of the considerations that we must talk about here is that how do we make sure that this whole city understands this is everybody's fight? Part of the concerns that people have who've lived in Woodlawn, who lived in South Shore for years, is that what's going to happen after this center is developed and people are seeing it and coming to visit is the displacement of folk who deserve to stay here.
We were always looking for somewhere that we could call our dream home, our home. My mom felt that that was possible in South Shore. So when we looked, we found somewhere quickly. Somewhere spacious, somewhere clean, somewhere safe. We were there, we enjoyed it, we loved it. We quickly made friends with the neighbors. We got accustomed to the wonderful public amenities of South Shore. We loved our home. But that was taken from me and my family when suddenly the building fell into disrepair for weeks. Our front gate stopped locking. Suddenly pests in the building became far more frequent, and there were rancid smells through the hallway, including mildew. We were horrified. What was happening to where we lived? What was happening to our home? Then the Obama Center began building. And when they began building that center, we finally got a response. But it was not from our landlord. It was not from maintenance. In fact, it was from someone who we had never in our lives heard of, someone we had never met, who said, "I am your landlord now." We tried to be accommodating despite our confusion, despite our discomfort. And yet, we did not get a response apologizing. What we got was a lease saying you have to pay $2,450 a month to stay in your home.